Hello. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for those joining me. Gonna play a wee bit of NBA 2K20. I somehow managed to nearly mess that up there. This is a good start. Playing a wee bit of MyTeam. And a wee bit of Domination. So very quickly just talk through what happens here. Domination is a mode in which you play through 33 teams at each of the 3 levels available. Just quickly we'll go into one. You can see you can play them on Rookie, Pro and All-Star difficulty. Each one gets you rewards, gets you some points that you can use on players, on packs, whatever you feel like doing with it. As you will see, I have completed them all on Rookie, and I have completed 27 of the 33 teams on Pro. All that I've got left to do, as you will see, is the 3 teams here: Brooklyn Nets, Boston Celtics and Philadelphia 76ers in the Atlantic Division. And then you'll see I've got 3 different All-Star teams, Eastern, Western and the combination of the 2. Quickly, just before I head in, I'll show you the teams I'm planning on using tonight. I've got 3 games, so I've got 3 different teams set up. Alpha Positivo is my main team, I'll show you that soon. But you'll see here that I've got 2 teams, Evo and Evo 2. Evo 2 is the team I'm planning on kicking off with here. Evo, so this is a new addition to NBA 2K20 this year. They have essentially gone Pokemon and introduced the concept of evolvable cards. Now that's something that's been in Madden now for I think for a couple of years. FIFA hasn't yet really kind of gone down that route. I would like to see that. And essentially what it is players start out at a base level, and you can see they've got stars just down the side of the cards there. That means that they can be evolved up a level. So for instance, if I just pick Landry Fields here, you will see that if I click left trigger here, it takes me to his evolution. It tells you what the objectives are for him to get that next level up. In this case, as you can see, I'm just under halfway to the 150 points I need, and also I need to make 23 pointers, for which I'm already at 15. Now you can go into card evolution here. Hold on, let me just find Landry. There he is. Okay, so if you go in here, you can see what will happen when he levels up down the right hand side there. So you'll see that he gets pretty decent updates to certain statistics that he's got: speed, acceleration. It also gives him a lot of new badges. So you're looking at Acrobat, which means it will be able to finish better in traffic, difficult layups and so on. Relentless Finisher, Pogo Stick's a good one to have. It basically means that he can jump immediate after coming down from a jump, which means that he'll be pretty good for picking up rebounds and a range of other things in there. I will show you the other 2 teams as I go into those 2 matches, but we'll kick off this just now. We'll maybe make a start on it with the team. Just very quickly, I don't think I actually kind of really talked through the whole team. So that's Isaiah Thomas at point guard, Landry Fields at shooting guard, Doug Christie small forward, Hedo Turkoglu at power forward, and Aaron Baines at centre. On the bench we've got Steve Kerr, Dwayne Wade, Cedric Ceballos, Kevin Garnett, DeAndre Jordan, Sean Livingston, Tracy McGrady and Danny Manning. Danny Manning, the only one of this team who doesn't have an Evo card, and that's just because I think I have used all my Evo players between the 2 Evo teams. So yeah, we'll head into Domination, and I think we will start with let's start with the 76ers. Pretty good team. You know, they've got a lot of height in that team. You know, Joel Embiid at centre, pretty close to 7 feet. Al Horford, also 6'10". Ben Simmons, 6'10", and essentially the team's point guard. Tobias Harris, I think, is about 6'9", and Robert Covington, I think that is about 6'8". So yeah, there's this game is probably going to involve a lot of me taking 3-pointers, because Isaiah Thomas is under 6 foot tall, and he's just going to get rejected. It's Josh Richardson, not Robert Covington. Robert Covington, I think, had moved on by this point. But even Josh Richardson himself is about 6'6", I think. Yeah, Isaiah's just too short to be kind of driving into the lane when you've got, you know, essentially 3 or 4 guys pretty close to 7 foot in there. I hope that someone might let me know in the chat if you can now that there's sound on the game. I'm hoping you might let me know if
starting at power forward,
the mic in the game audio
16 10 inches, number 50, Pino Turkoglu.
The domination's the same. These are 4 or 5 minute quarters. Game is realigned. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'll just try and turn that down a bit. Okay. Right. How's that sounding now?
So Atlanta will get the first possession. Right. Now here's Thomas. Look at the 76ers.
Right, so you'll see there's a few plays that I tend to run quite often here, and the first one I'm going to show here is just a quick pick and pop, which is essentially when I ask the power forward to come in, set the pick, he then fades out to the 3-point line, and more often than not we'll end up with a fairly open 3. And as you saw, it worked out pretty well there. Hedo's got a pretty decent 3 shot for a guy with size, 6'10". Oh, he's got away from me there. Oh, nice pick up the rebound. Let's see, can I get that into Aaron Baines? Nope, that is... I was playing for the alley there at Aaron Baines, and it went very bad, but that's what happens when you use a small forward. Better audio mix now. Thank you very much, Flaming Throw Cushion. Thanks for those if you are joining me. I'll try to keep this as relatively entertaining as possible. I do have a tendency to kind of shut up when I get into these things. Oh, see, Embiid's just too good for that. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, again, Isaiah's the real problem is that they've already taken out, and they've got, is that Korkmaz they've brought into the starting lineup? That's very early for a... Nope, that didn't work. Okay. It's very early substitute. Oh, there we go. Nope, see, there's good height in that team. So what I'll do this time is I'll run a pick and roll, which is actually where I'm looking for my centre to make a move into the middle. Aaron Baines, unfortunately, is one of those centres who's much better. That's not Korkmaz, that's Neto. Okay. Comes away with the ball again. Isaiah, I can't really take a 3-pointer with him. It's not his best. So what I'll do is I'll call for the pick, but in actual fact I'll use that to try and get a player open here, and that works pretty well.
He wants to prove he can play big minutes.
Okay.
They just got to make sure they protect him.
Here's Harris following the 3 by Atlanta.
So yeah, that's the kind of 2 plays I'll probably end up running most during this. Just again, as I said, just because the 76ers have definitely got a height advantage over me in this one. Nope. Get up there. There we go. That's a nice block. But it falls for Embiid anyway. Yeah, another 2 for 5 to start. That's a little poor shooting percentage than I'm looking for, but it's early days. Yeah, we'll get there. Aaron Baines will get it. Right, okay. Out to the right wing. Aaron Baines. 2 points. He's a really good shooter in this, Aaron Baines, for a centre.
In a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Okay, now calling the timeout.
Decides to take their first timeout right here.
So timeout, I don't make the substitutions in this game myself. I tend to just let the AI take care of that. I've reached the point now where I'm fairly comfortable with all the players I'm using in my team. Don't get me wrong, there's some lineups that come in where it does maybe a little less shooting than I would like, but that's fine. That's a poor pass. DeAndre, another Evo player. I think the requirement for him to evolve up to his next level is to make 23 throws. DeAndre Jordan, for those of you who maybe aren't such close basketball fans, will likely not know that DeAndre is not the best free throw shooter.
They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively
Steve Kerr on the ball now. Dwayne Wade. Dwayne's the lowest rated player I've got in this team at the moment. I'm very keen to get him evolved up as soon as possible. Not quite sure what I got that free throw for, but Steve Kerr's a good shooter in this game, so that's not a problem. Yeah, as I was saying, D-Wade, well, lowest rated player in this team at the moment. He's still an Emerald, 82 rated, I think. DeAndre also not a great shooter inside at the moment, but he does get a good that's a sitter. Cedric Ceballos, generally known as a dunker. One year at the dunk contest, he dunked what he assured us was blindfolded. Not entirely sure that's really happened, but okay. Yeah, this has got to be one of these games. Unfortunately, at the moment, one of those lineups that I was talking about, one that isn't exactly full of shooting, is in the game at the moment. So let's see if we can get Steve Kerr open for a three here. Nope. Oh, that opens up nicely for KG.
Good for the basket, starting off
2 points on the board.
with that shot.
Loving the confidence, just rise and be free, and you know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself.
Nice steal there from Dwayne.
And shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end.
The replays in this game are odd. There are times where it works quite well when you see it like that for a show, especially on things like alley-oops. It's really bad where the ball's very rarely in the shot. And then sometimes it'll be like it will have started out by kind of zooming in on a bench player's crotch for some reason.
Just 5 to shoot. Tipped away.
On the wing. Poked it loose, but no
still. Good that time.
And that'll do the first half. Okay, 13-6. As I said, that's with my better teams, I would be looking for roughly about double that. Hi there, Hagley and Ryan. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, with my better teams, I think I would be looking for a score. Roughly what I'm looking for is somewhere between 20 to 25 points a quarter. I should have said that the goal of these games isn't just to win, but to score a certain amount of MT points. And what's deciding of the MT points isn't just how many points you score, it's how many points you stop the opposition from scoring, how many blocks, assists, so on like that you get. So it's a kind of accumulation of how you play in the game, not just whether you win the game or not. Wade up and
well, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production though. You put him anywhere and he'll find a way to help his team.
Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime.
I was going to okay. Shot by Horford. Yeah, sometimes I must admit I'm not the best in the world at this game, obviously, otherwise I'd be doing something with it. But I do have a tendency to kind of lose players on their own pick and rolls. Send that outside, Ceballos up for the three. Nope.
No good from Ceballos. Philadelphia trails by 8. Smith the pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And I'm letting the back in again. Yeah, this happens when I'm playing at this
Atlanta calls
this kind of a
timeout.
team. As I said,
As the teams head into this timeout, a
I
chance for the
struggle more
coaches
with
now to
lineups
map
where I
out
don't
some
have that
plays for
natural
the next
kind
few
of
minutes
three-point
and a
shooting.
chance for the
Got a
players
funny
to
feeling
rehydrate with some
at least
Gatorade.
one
That's
person might be
important
brought back in.
if
Yeah, so
they
there's
want to make sure
Vanderfield's
they
back in.
don't wear down
So
later in
considering
the
I'm
game.
fairly close to evolving his card, I think I'm going to try and run a few plays to get him on it. So when that does that, nope.
Christie comes in for Sabalos.
Get that up.
Fields checking
Nope,
in
that's
for
not
Dwayne
going in.
Wade. And Thomas subbed in for Steve Kerr.
Doug Christie he's got two objectives. One is around points, one's around steals, I believe. Doug Christie known as something of a defensive demon back in the day. Hero, nice easy dunk for Hero there.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more, you're right.
Yeah, I'm glad they've put Neto in, actually, because the one problem you have with the smaller players, no matter how good their defensive stats might say they are, is that they will be found out somewhat defensively. So it's a lot easier if you can kind of match them up with someone closer to their size.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Again, just call for a pick.
Now Thomas, he's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Yep, going up. No, nice miss again.
Good work defensively by Horford.
There, just
And
doing
so
enough
it's
to
Neto
put
with
him
the
off.
ball. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They trail by 6. Richardson, no luck.
Right. You'll notice as well, I like to kind of move fairly quickly up the court in transition. I'm more of a transition player than a kind of half court. So you'll see me looking for lots of quick kind of outlet passes when they either score or the ball goes out of play. If I'm able to secure some rebounds. Right, 8-point lead. I'll try that to be a bit higher, so we'll see what we can do over the next few minutes. Well, I do have some shooters in the game. Yeah, Ben Simmons, yeah. The good thing about Ben Simmons, again, if you're maybe not supposed to basketball, is that Ben Simmons does not take 3-point shots, which is a real rarity for a guy of his height nowadays, but yeah, it's a well-known weakness of his. So generally, you'll find that you've got a little brain fart for the AI there. Yeah, you'll generally find that you can kind of sag off him a little bit because you know he's not going to take the 3-pointer, which means that you can clog the lane a bit more and kind of stop him from driving.
Outside Thomas to the middle. Fields dishes to Baines. Up and in, off to an efficient start.
Shot there for Aaron Baines.
Another good play. This is how they
good player, Aaron Baines, in real life and in this game. He was having a pretty good season there for the Suns before Corona kicked in. Did I say Corona on Switch? I'm not monetized, so I guess it doesn't actually matter that much.
Offensive rebound.
Get up there.
Off target at the rim.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Again, there's nothing too much luck in this game. Landry Fields.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Now, here's Thomas.
See, this is when having a guy who's oh, that's nice. Excellent pass there for Isaiah Thomas. There's a problem that Isaiah's not great from the 3-point line because I find that you tend to get a bit more space opened up when your point guard does have the option of just pulling up from 25 and draining a shot. Unfortunately, that's not the case with Isaiah, which can make it a little easier. Just like with Ben Simmons, actually, for the defence to sag off. Pretty good first half for Hedo. I think I've got quite a way to go in his evolution. I'll check after the game, but I'm fairly certain his objectives to get up to that next level, which is Amethyst, is pretty high.
Here's Neto. He's guarded by Thomas. Inside, Embiid.
He just punched the ticket on that.
Still 30-point lead. We've kind of doubled that from where we were at the end of the first quarter, so that's decent enough. I'm holding in pretty well. Get that over to Landry. Landry fields up for the shot. And he drains it. So there we go, 32-16 up at half time. Some of the players starting to make some decent progress on some of the Revolution objectives. The highlights, because as I said, they are odd. The camera angles on some of them don't make a huge amount of sense.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if
also a new addition this year, they have, as you can see, kind of child dance troops. They've also got guys who come out to fire t-shirts into crowded zones, so it's not just the female cheerleaders anymore,
Yeah, nice job of carving his way
which it had
to
been in
the
previous
inside
years.
with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's fun.
He doesn't have the wingspan to be kind of trying for steals like that, which is a part of the problem with the smaller players. Josh Richardson, straight in, okay.
Well, Josh Richardson, a 3 and D guy, and that 3 comes first, so he's going to let it
bring it
rip.
up again.
Maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but
Try to
Josh
see if we
Richardson
don't really have a mismatch anywhere here at the moment, so we'll just go for something.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no
Christie?
problem
Nope.
putting up and making threes.
Philadelphia trails by
Defended that one
13.
pretty well with the 76ers. Let's see if
To
we
the
can hold
paint,
him up.
here's
Yeah.
Embiid. Christie with the rebound. Fast break points aside, they've had a tough time offensively.
Yeah,
Go
trust
back.
is what they're missing,
Excellent
guys. You've
shot
got to
there from
keep
Landry
moving the
Fields.
ball and shoot with confidence. Ultimately, things will
Yeah,
happen
so that's
well
three
when you
pointers
play
for
together.
this, I think, in him. So he only needs 2 to have completed that objective. But then I
Here's
think
Neto.
he's still
He's
something
guarded by
like
Thomas.
80 points shy of.
76ers moving the
Nice
ball
bit of play
around.
again.
And the shot goes down.
He's about 80 points
And
shy
defensively, they are
of the
on
second
their
objective.
heels
So I think we
every
might
time the
be
ball comes
a
inside.
little while with him yet.
Kicks it to
Back
Fields.
out to him. Can he get
Lets
another
it
one?
go from deep.
Nope.
And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them
it's
for
not
the
been the
weak
best of
coverage
starts to
there,
the
but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And he comes
Second
up with the
half here, I
deuce.
think
And
they've
of the last
outscored
6
me.
baskets, 5 have come
Yeah, so
on
they're
the
7-3
interior.
up at the moment
This is just
for this
smash
quarter.
mouth physical basketball, guys.
Not a huge fan of
Atlanta
getting
calls
outscored in any
timeout.
quarter, even
Well, we
though I
knew that
think
Tobias
it's
Harris
fair to
would
say
be
I'm probably
one of the
going to
big
win this
names
game
during
fairly
free
comfortably.
agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation
what
for
we can
him
do
when
about
free
that.
agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense
Oh,
for both
nice
sides.
and easy there from Isaiah.
Fits nicely next to Embiid.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now.
Let's see if we
Jordan,
can
he's
get him
checked
there
in for
to
Aaron
the
Baines.
free throws.
Palos comes in for Christie. And Dwayne Wade subbed
And
in for
Isaiah's
Landry
on the
Fields.
boards.
And without a doubt, one of the greatest small men
green light on
we've
both.
ever seen. Zeke possesses the skill and
Again,
determination
if you're joining me,
to
thanks
just
for
take over
coming
a
in.
game at any
Playing a little
point.
bit of domination on NBA 2K20's MyTeam mode.
Here's Neto. Atlanta with the rebound. Turkoglu's got
Get
4 rebounds in
3
this game.
standard teams to knock
Down low,
off.
here's
Oh,
Thomas.
there we go.
And he makes good on the
Isaiah's
layup.
starting to splash a bit.
And
That's
Atlanta
always
leads
good
by
to see.
16.
As soon as Wade
Yeah,
looks up and
3
sees his
normal
teammate
teams to
all
knock
alone,
off on pro
simple
difficulty,
pass, throws it ahead,
which is what I'm
uncontested
planning on doing tonight. I won't run through the 3 all-star teams at that
And
point
there's the
because
pass to Smith.
let's assume it'll be about 3 hours long.
Fires from 14. And the shot is long.
But we'll see how
Atlanta
we get
leading
on over
by
the next
16.
hour or so.
Wade drives in.
Alley-up there from Wade to Tuckerloo.
In basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument
Yeah,
there.
Hedo's a
Everybody
good
loves
player
the
in this.
alley-oop.
Hedo's cards last year were crazy. Even
Here's Neto. He's
his
guarded by
Amethyst,
Thomas.
which I think was his lowest rated card last year, was
the
still
left wing.
perfectly usable towards the end game once you started getting the real
Horford
top
against
class players.
Turkoglu. O'Quinn trying to free himself up.
I guess that'll
Horford
happen
good.
if you're 6'10 and
Horford's
you
got
can
his second
dribble and
bucket
you
of the
can
game to
shoot
go.
and you can
Good
dunk
closer
and
to the
you
rack.
can defend
Horford's
pretty
added
well.
a jumper,
Oh,
but at home on the inside.
Andre,
And O'Quinn sends it back. The tray.
Sabalos is
No good from Sabalos. And
Sabalos
so
is
it's Harris who will
probably
bring it up
my
for the
least
76ers.
favourite of
It's
the
a
Evo
16-point
players.
game.
He's very slow.
Pass to
Well, I
Neto.
say very slow. I mean, his speed's about 70 odd, but I mean, considering
Back to Smith.
you've got small forwards in this game who are capable of
Shot
speeds
clock
of
at
90
5.
plus. It's
Here's Harris. And it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one.
and as you saw there, his release is very slow
especially on the interior.
compared to
Jordan kicks to Turkoglu. Over Horford. And the basket by Turkoglu.
Compared to other small forwards, other players in the game. So,
I
think getting him involved will make him a little more usable, but I would imagine we'll probably still see the court a lot less than some of the other cards I'm looking to evolve at this point.
When he's going up for the alley-oop.
Oh, he's such a great target still on the roll situation. You combine his length and athleticism now with the know-how and his tenure in the league, and DeAndre Jordan still can be an elite finisher on the inside.
I do wonder if we're going to get reference to, Michael Jordan punching Steve Kerr in the face during the Last Dance. I'm not sure if anybody in the chat's been watching the Last Dance, which is about Michael Jordan's and essentially the Chicago Bulls dynasty's last full season together. There has been a little element of glossing over some of the more dickish tendencies of Jordan's personality, which is, I guess, is what always happens when someone is such a great sportsman, athlete, absolutely the point as he was, and someone who was so important to the NBA. But we'll see.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons,
he's not a great free throw shooter either, Ben Simmons. Oh, lovely pass by Steve Kerr.
Be unstoppable.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Embiid comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Richardson in for Smith. The Atlanta shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Wade is a very consistent performer from the foul line. This is why you always avoid fouling him if you can.
Jonah Bolden's checked in for the 76ers.
Okay, see what we can do here. See if we can. One thing I've noticed from this year compared to last year is steals are much more difficult to get, which can make it quite difficult for some of those evolution players.
Richardson's got 6 points in the quarter.
The evolution of Josh Richardson is going to be very exciting
because
for this
some of them
organization.
Objectives, especially at the higher levels, do come down to
look out.
Is that enough space? Yeah, that's enough. That's the other thing the pick's good for. Sometimes you just need that couple of feet of space. And if you've got a really good free-throw shooter, then
both of them looking
we'll go for the
towards the
alley-oop
three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
So it's Atlanta.
52-31 at the end of the third. So this is when we'll probably start to see some of the players from the end of my bench.
With very high accuracy.
That's when they tend to bring them in.
After this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the
works. So we might see Danny Manning come in at some point, although I think at the moment the game considers 19 points not an unassailable lead, which is why at the moment some of my starters and some of my other players are still there.
And there's Christie, and it's Garnett, and it's Payne.
But if I can kind of maintain
Neto, the pass to Bolden, and a beautiful feed leads to a
15 to 20 point lead over the next 2 to 3
like
minutes.
that are so hard
You will
to
probably
defend.
start to see the likes
he
of
never had
Danny
to break
Manning
his
and so
stride,
on
so
come
full
in.
speed, 2 points.
Okay, let's see what we can do here with KG.
Garnett inside. Back to Kerr.
That's bad.
He sticks that one in from 20 feet away.
Sometimes bad shots go in, I suppose.
So it's Philadelphia now. Here's Neto.
Neto's got away again. It's the other problem with my kind of starting lineup here is that my point guards don't have a huge amount of speed. So they've been able to get away fairly easily. Nope.
To the inside.
Again.
And the shot goes in from Embiid.
Okay.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
I have teams with better kind of makeups than this one. So don't have a huge amount of speed. Point guard, don't have a huge amount of height inside, although at the moment I should be doing better than I am, considering I've got Kevin Garnett and Aaron Baines, both 6'10 plus. Can I get a dunk
Garnett
with
goes
AD?
in,
Yeah,
and it's slammed in by Garnett.
Excellent on both
I
ends
remember if
of
one
that
of his
play.
Yeah, the steal was
evolution
sharp, but
objectives
the
is
slam
about
topped
around
it
the
off.
number of dunks.
And we
So
say it time and time
that could have
again,
worked out
so
quite
I'll
well.
repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And Simmons kicks to Richardson. Pass to Neto. Lock at 6. From deep three-point range, and Baines pulls it down. Baines has got
Fields
4
will go for a
rebounds now
step back
tonight.
3 again.
It's Fields outside.
Try that.
Another
Yes,
3
there
for
we go.
Atlanta.
Very good player in this
Defense is
game, Landry
far too
Fields,
slow to
considering he
close
is
out on
only
those three-point attempts.
a sapphire player, which you know is
Neto finds
fairly
Simmons.
low in this game once you get past the kind of first 4 or 5 weeks.
We're in the 4th quarter here,
Oh,
just
that
under
was nice.
2.5 minutes gone.
But couldn't finish it.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the
Christie,
shooter
can I
there
get that in?
and
No, I
challenge the
can't, but
shot.
I'll draw the
Talk
foul.
about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
He throw good, Christie.
He's having a
No good on the second free
missed
throw.
that one. A sneakily good game.
And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring
Christie.
it up for the 76ers.
2 rebounds and 3 assists to go with the 9 points. Sean Livingston in the game now.
Here's
Sean
Manning,
is
and he uses both hands to
the
jam
one
it in.
player in this game that
Yeah,
have evolved
letting
up
it
full,
rip. They're
and
just
to be
having
fair,
fun
that's only
right now.
because he
Yeah,
has
some of these nights
one
you gotta
evolution
enjoy
level.
yourself. Not too much at the expense
Not
of
a
the
great
other team, but
3-point
right
shooter
now
when you
this
get him.
team
I
is
think it's about a
balling.
45
Here's Neto.
3-point shot. And to evolve him, you have to score 23
Pass to
pointers. So there's a
Quinn.
lot of
Back to
just trying to get him some wide open
And now
space.
it's Livingston running. He can go all
Because
the
most
way.
players,
A
if you get
huge
really
slam,
wide
the
open,
perfect end of the fast
they
break.
have it in them
Can't
to
sneak
make
the
a
ball
3-point
around
or
the
2.
long
So
arms of Livingston. He
yeah,
clogs up the
there's
passing
a
lanes
lot
well.
of patience involved in that one.
Passes it to Ennis. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. He kicks it to O'Quinn. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
So Danny Manning, yeah, got him from a free
The
pack.
76ers again
Has the
can't
potential to
hit
be
it.
pretty good. You know,
Atlanta with
Danny's
the ball.
6'10",
Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points.
played in the
Remember
90s
buzz
for
was huge around Manning when he was taken with that number 1
Suns and the
pick in the
Clippers.
draft.
I think were
And you
the
know
kind
what?
of
It
2
should have been.
teams
This
he's
guy
most
was
known
a
for playing
stud
with.
for all 4 years.
Played during
in
the
college.
later stages of the Jordan era, I think.
So he hits
thought
1
that
of
one
2
was
from
gonna
the
be
stripe.
off. Right, okay. Who should be on him?
1:16 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Scott.
Got that one out quick.
The 76ers
Couldn't do
again
anything with
can't
it
hit
though.
it.
Danny Manning again.
And so it's
Pass
Atlanta
that
with
out
it.
to Sean Livingston. Sean
Here's
Livingston's a good guy to
and
hit
he
the point
goes
guard
up
if he can get
strong
him
with
6'7".
one hand and flushes it
Good
down.
defender. As I said, once his cards
Well-rounded
evolved,
effort,
you know,
and they
his
showed no
3-pointer
signs
jumps from a
of letting
45
up.
to like
Coaching
an
staff
89
probably most
or
proud of
something,
the
which makes him a
effort of
real
this team
threat
on
out there as
both
well.
ends
So
of the floor
yeah,
here
he's
tonight.
a good
The pass
he's a
to
good
Ennis.
cheap card to evolve compared to some of them. I'll show you some of the objectives you need for some of the cards I've got, which
Philadelphia
are
needs to get a
fairly
shot off.
ridiculous. You know, there's a couple
Another
already
miss
I've
by
got where I think,
Philadelphia. Atlanta with
in
the
addition
ball.
to things like
Really
rebounds and
controlling it now with
assists,
an
you know,
18-2 run here. From deep 3-point range,
it's a bit
Christie can't
ambitious.
make it.
It's like 1,200
Philadelphia with
points.
the ball.
Tracy McGrady's
Here's
come into the
Neto.
game as well. So I've actually got 2 Tracy McGrady cards. This one
to
is
Ennis.
one that I've also evolved. You get him in a starter pack. If you choose him, you get a choice of 5
And the
different
call
starters
on the
that you can
shot
choose from.
sends him to the line.
And
He's
I've
got
got a
a nice
diamond one in
wide
my best
frame, and he
team,
stays
which I'll,
active
as I
on the
said, I'll
inside,
show
so
you
Kyle O'Quinn daring
somewhere
the
down the line.
defense to hit him.
That one is off.
From Kyle O'Quinn.
Good on the
And
second
he
free
makes a
throw.
second.
Maybe because of the lack of success
right,
on the
okay.
teams that he's played on.
So fairly
Kyle
comfortable
O'Quinn
when
and
I
his
end up,
abilities have gone unnoticed, but he
little
has an
heritage
excellent
there at
all-around
the-
game for a passing big in
go
this
with
league.
us.
Here's McGrady, and it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston.
As I said, comfortable enough, and I should easily have cleared the hurdle
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on
points
that
to
one.
And
unlock
so Atlanta
that
takes
second
this
star.
one by a big margin. It was a...
So yeah, this is what I was referring to. You can see you get points not just for how many you win by, but defence, score differential, your field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, and so on. And then you've got your difficulty multipliers as well. So that went pretty well. That was a lot more points than I needed. As you can see, it's 450 to get that second star. Oh, excuse me. Quick look at the box score. Yeah, good game for Hudo, that 13-4. Andrew Fields, 4 3-pointers. I am almost certain that is Evan Fournier who's in that picture, not Landry Fields. Not quite sure what's happened there, but okay. Doug Christie, 9, 2 and 3. Dwayne Wade, 9 points. Steve Kerr, 6. And a pretty decent game all round. DeAndre Jordan, no points, but 7 rebounds. 3 assists, so he definitely serves a purpose. So that is one of the 3 marked down. So there we go, 807 MT for the win. A pack to open which will include, make sure that's just the Celtics and the Nets left to go. A pack to open which will include a court. Flip all those cards because you don't get anything special in there. So yeah, I've got Philadelphia's home court now. The purpose of the course is that, I'll very quickly go into collection here. You'll see that there are rewards, they're essentially rewards for completing all of these on 2 stars. Already completed the Western Conference teams, and for completing that, as you will see when I bring up the completion guide here, you get 10 tokens which you can use to again unlock players or buy packs. Excuse me. So with just 2 to go, I will soon be able to lock that in. I will go for there. So I now will go into the second team, which is my kind of main Evo team. Need to apply some contracts here. So I'll just do that quickly and then I'll very quickly go over the team. Some of him you'll be seeing here, so I'll keep it brief. Who else have we got? Nate Robinson, who I have evolved up a single level, so no, 2 levels, so he starts out as an emerald and I've quickly managed to upgrade him to an amethyst. Kevin Martin, we'll apply that here, and then lastly Clyde Drexel. Okay, so a little quick run through these. Jason Kidd, point guard, flip that over, needs 150 points and 80 assists. Iman Shumpert, because he could play shooting guard or point guard, you'll see that he's actually got the 3 objectives, one of which is to get 100 assists, so I'm quite keen to get him on the ball. Keith Van Horn, Dirk Nowitzki, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, make up the rest of the starting 5, and then my bench, the first 5 are really the only ones who will see a huge amount of the court until that 4th quarter. So you've got Nate Robinson, Kevin Martin, Andrea Iguodala, Kevin Garnett, Rafe LaFrance, and then the last 3 making up the end of the bench, Jeremy Lin, Clyde Drexler and Dwight Howard. So again, still lacking a little bit of shooting at centre, but it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so we will go with the Celtics first, because although it's got the Nets down there as ostensibly the 4th worst team in the division, that's actually based off what they had done last season. And of course this season they have both Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. So they are actually a very good team in this, probably the most difficult team in the Eastern Conference. So as you can see, they're starting Kemba Walker, Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, and Enes Kanter. Decent, but lacking a little bit of the height that the 76ers had. So, with Jason Kidd himself being 6'4", 6'5", decent wingspan, decent speed, I'll maybe look to drive through it a little bit more in this one and have, and even if that doesn't necessarily lead to points directly, Kidd's a good enough passer that can then kick it out to beyond the arc and hopefully pick up some easy threes. For Kareem, I think we can evolve all the way up to Pink Diamonds, which is the second highest level that you can get for a player. So that'll put him in the kind of 96 to 97 rating range. So again, yeah, as I said,
and Cantor pulls it down. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Ball's knocked
Van
loose.
Horn, nice steal there.
Outside Shumpert.
Now Shumpert, and Shumpert can dunk it. Oh, good stop from Cantor.
A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
I think that's what we would call a good foul under the circumstances.
So hard to handle, and that's why he's going to the free throw line.
He's a start for Shumpert.
And so he hits both.
So two on
You
the
can
board.
tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Kemba Walker, obviously a threat for the Celtics.
And Walker kicks to Tatum.
Really good dribbling handles
Ball
for
movement by
those
Boston.
who maybe
And he
don't know
makes that
the,
one.
This is what we call
the
highly
basketball
efficient
vernacular, if you
play.
call it
Working
that.
off the screen, getting to the cup.
Kid passes to
So
Abdul-Jabbar.
let's see if we can get Sky Hook going early with Kareem.
Over Cantor. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
And just look at the
Generally
grace,
the guard
the
beat as the
agility,
most unstoppable
versatility
single
that
move in
Jabbar
NBA
brings
history.
to the center
Kareem's
position
Sky Hook.
can beat you in so many ways.
Now,
Part
here's
of the reason
Cantor.
why he is the NBA's all-time top point scorer. So
Back to Walker.
let's see what we can do here. Can I stop him from getting over that? No, can't.
Rebound,
But
Atlanta.
I did enough for Jason Kidd
And
just
his
to put him off at
defense
the end.
is so valuable. Not many
Van
can
Horn.
bother that shot at
Nice
the
easy
rim.
layup there.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in
Okay,
his ability to
let's
shut you
try and-
down.
I like
And
to
the
try and put
Celtics
these
with
games
possession
away
here.
if possible
After the
in the
basket
first
by
quarter.
Atlanta.
It's not
Back
always
to
easy.
Cantor. Shooting foul
especially not
as the
when
whistle
you're giving
blows.
away
He'll shoot 2 free throws.
fouls like that. Well,
Well,
probably
Enes
didn't
Kanter
have to do
continues
that
to prove his
Enes
worth, guys. An
Kanter.
outstanding player on the offensive end.
Not necessarily
First trip to the free throw line
renowned
for him in this
scoring.
one. And Cantor drops them both.
Okay, 6-4. Right,
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play.
see what I'm going to try and do is
Kidd against Walker.
see if they're quite keen to get
And
up
Kidd,
going
here we
early in this
go.
game.
Abdul-Jabbar kicks to Nowitzki.
Can I bait him in?
Here's Shumpert.
No.
They get it back. Kidd dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. And a
See,
great
Jason
assist
Kidd,
by
that's the
Kidd
other
as
advantage of
that
having
one
a
goes
point
in.
guard kind of
And you can
6'4"
see
and
Kidd's
above. He's
ability
a
to
very good
pass
rebounder,
truly
Jason
is
Kidd. I
a
mean,
gift. When
I
one of his
think, you know,
teammates is open, he
before,
is quick
Russell
to get them
Westbrook
the
came
ball in
along,
rhythm.
basically changed the
Now
rules on
here's
how you
Tatum.
get triple doubles.
Round the pass
Jason
to
Kidd
Tatum.
was generally regarded as the best, or one of
Pulls
the
up.
best since
Again, the
Oscar
miss by the
Robertson for
Celtics.
getting the
Listen,
triple double.
offensively, they're very comfortable with him
triple-doubles again
taking
for
that
those who maybe
shot.
don't
It's a
follow
good
basketball,
look
but
under
back
very
over
little
there.
pressure. He just can't convert.
Is when you score over
Lets
10
it go from 11.
in points,
Kept alive by
rebounds,
Boston.
and assists.
Pass to
Or
Walker. The
if you
three.
can do it for
Boston
any other that kind
again
of makes
missing.
the Pistons.
Atlanta leading by 4. Nowitzki for 3.
Up from Duck. Nope,
And Tatum
not
pulls
good.
it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
This is
Well, to me,
coming
that's
a little bit of
excellent
struggle.
timing from Jaylen Brown. He shoots with confidence, knowing his teammates trust him.
And Atlanta calls their first
Whoever
timeout of the
that one
game.
follower is, thank
And
you
you
for
look at
holding
Jason
on.
Tatum able to play either forward position. Doris, do you think his future is at the 3 or at the 4?
I think he is
Nate Robinson in the
interchangeable
game.
at either position because his scoring can be devastating.
Make
For
sure
Jason
I like
Tatum, it's really a matter of making sure he continues to gain strength, continue to be a force and factor on the defensive end, and probably enhance his footwork around the rim a little bit.
Yeah,
Nate
coaches
can
pet
dunk
peeve
on
there.
people.
No
His
box
card
out.
was
But
part
to me,
of
Greg, this is
the
a
Elite
common
Gear
theme that's running through the league
collection,
right
which
now.
which
Guys
came out
looking to
earlier in
leak
the year,
out
and
rather
perhaps
than box out.
unsurprisingly, Elite Gear
Now, here's
cards were
Walker.
all really good dunkers and had good dunking badges. So
1:32
very
left
much
here
I'll
in
be
the
able
opening quarter.
to show that at some point during this.
Just 4 to shoot. Williams gets to Walker. Over Robinson. The shot misses. And Atlanta will come the other way.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Boston trails by 4. Smart passes to Williams.
Oh,
And
nice
it's
block
blocked.
from
They get
the
it back.
French there.
Back to Smart. Passes it to Williams. The pass to Ojale. Walker in the corner.
Too easy.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Right, okay.
In the corner, it's Martin.
Get a quick shot off Kevin Martin.
Off target from
But
outside.
not good enough.
To the middle. Here's Smart.
Pair of scoring
And he takes it
in
in for the
the
layup
first
off a
one.
very nice feed.
Which is
I'll tell you,
disappointing
you have to
considering they have
appreciate the confidence of Marcus Smart. At
easily better
point-blank range,
scorers in
he
this
is an
one than
efficient
they
scorer.
did in the first. Kind of want to try and get Ray for the French going because Ray, if I can get
Pass to
him.
LaFrance. From deep.
There we go.
That's his
Yeah,
second shot.
Ray for
And his
French is
second
pretty
basket. He's
easy
2 for 2.
to get.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just
Pippen,
beautiful,
that kind
and
of thing.
because of the height, it's so hard to
Nope.
challenge.
Is that a steal from Nate?
And a bit of a battle here for the ball.
Yeah.
The official signals a jump ball here.
So even though Nate Robinson's given up 5 inches to Kemba here, I'm hopeful I might be able to win the jump ball just based off Nate's leaping ability.
Atlanta with
Yep,
the ball.
and I had Iguodala.
Garnett up top. Outside, Martin.
So can I get one off?
Beyond the arc. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Big time
And then
shot.
again we've ended
Beat
up
the
with double
buzzer
the
there.
score
My
after
Well,
the
that's
first
a
quarter.
perfect end to the quarter for them.
So
You
yeah,
have
pretty
no-
average.
And so it's
First
Atlanta
2/3 of that
holding on
quarter
to an
there.
8-point lead heading
Just gonna
into the
keep talking
break. Their
fractions.
defense has been active and effective.
But started to
get
come
right
good
back to
towards
the
the end there.
action
Started
when
to
we
get the
return.
3-point game going a bit.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right
Marcus Smart
now.
and Kevin
And
Martin.
when you
Kevin Martin
consider
not
how
the
Atlanta is
greatest
doing,
defender.
your thoughts?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period.
His
They were in
evolution is almost
position and
entirely
just
around
challenging
points
shots.
scored and
Well,
how
I
many
think they
of those are
combined great
three-pointers, so that's
intelligence
maybe
with
not a
great
huge
effort, and
surprise.
you can see the results.
On the floor for Boston.
Oh, nice one
Williams is
inside.
out there with Daniel
Good
Tice.
bit of defending
Then
from Marcus
it's
Smart
Langford.
there.
And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Smart in at the small forward position. The 17-footer.
Ken
And Garnett with the
nice.
basket on
Ken
the assist
Garnett,
from
very
Kevin
good
Martin.
mid-range game.
Garnett's got the
And
lead
no
up to
real
10 now for
three
Atlanta.
point shot to speak
And so
of.
it's Walker with it who brings it up for the
But excellent
Celtics.
back and peak bounce. Surprisingly good considering strength-wise he's often given up quite a bit. Kevin Garnett never the most buff
Garnett with the block.
of individuals.
KG has
I think it's
always
safe
had
to say.
tremendous instincts, sends another one back the way it came.
Langford dishes to Williams.
Yeah, good job to take it
Finally
right
been a
at
good
the
piece by the defending now.
And he's got his
Hopefully
first free
this is
throw of
one
the game.
these that makes it worthwhile.
That's good from Williams. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. And Williams drops them both.
And the energy of Williams, it's
starters
infectious.
all back in,
Amazing
is
at
that?
using
Yeah,
it
all of
to
them.
block shots, rebound, score, whatever they ask of him.
Let's see if I can.
And it's Shumpert penetrating. Yep,
Nice.
that one goes.
Iman
Big
Shumpert, I think, has
miscommunication
acrobat
on
on his
defense.
badges,
He recognizes it
which means that
and
he's good at
quickly
making those
takes
difficult
advantage.
layups.
And that's typical
He's a good
of this
all-round
guy.
player,
He's
actually, Iman
always
Shumpert.
reading
I'm
the
very keen to get
situation,
him
reacting
involved.
quickly and capitalizing.
Because
Tatum
he's decent
finds Tice.
height, 6'5", already a pretty decent
Shot
dunker,
clock
can
at
pass
6.
the ball, can shoot,
Pass to Walker.
has
Puts it
been
up.
and has been a very good defender,
And
and
it's
so I would
good
imagine
off
his
the back
evolved
rim
card will
and
probably
in.
have some
Walker's got
fairly
his
decent
second
defensive
basket.
attributes.
And you see Langford's ability as a facilitator, great court awareness.
Outside Shumpert. Over to the wing. Stolen by Walker.
Oh, stripped.
Here's Langford. And no good.
That was
Shumper with some nice
a bit
deep.
glitchy, but
Atlanta
we
leading
got
by
away with
8.
that.
Well, one of the bigger names in free agency this
Too many
past summer was
blocks.
Kemba Walker. A lot of teams, Greg, looking at him.
Rightfully so.
Oh, nice steal by Keith Van Horn again. He's actually surprisingly good defensively, Keith Van Horn. Not something he was genuinely known for in his player days. Known somewhat
Nowitzki
more
just
of
so
it as being a
unselfish.
scoring
When he
power
sees a
forward.
teammate wide
But
open, doesn't take
yeah,
long to
that's
zip
a
that
couple of
pass
games in
right
where
in the
he's
pocket.
stolen
Here's
some,
Williams. It's hauled in by Nowitzki.
some decent
Atlanta
possession.
with the ball. 10-point lead. This
Not
is their
nice.
biggest. And the jam by Jason Kidd.
Yeah, Kemba's not the best defender.
Inflicting some
So,
punishment
yeah, if I
with the
get that
two-hand flush.
opportunity in the open court like that, I'm going to abuse him.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
Good timing. They're really struggling
Yeah, as you can see,
offensively.
Sometimes it just feels
shot
like
throwers are in the
misses
game this
become
year.
contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Gordon Hayward
And
comes in for
Celtics
Robert
have getting their
Williams.
starters back
And
in,
Jaylen
so
Brown subbed in for Langford. Passes to Cantor. To the left side wing. Hayward outside. Fires the three. The shot's
nice.
good on the assist by Walker.
Hayward got just open
Hayward's
enough.
got himself going with the triple, his first
Called
basket
them.
of the game. Atlanta calls timeout. One of the bigger names on the free agent market this past year, Kemba Walker.
And it didn't take long for him to land with Boston to replace Kyrie. Hornets made an attempt.
Yeah, I
but
haven't been
offered
able to
well
get
below
Dirk going in
Kemba's
this game
value.
at all.
I think Kemba's going to be a great fit in
It's
Boston.
not always the easiest, to be fair. I mean,
gets to
in the
Shumpert.
last game, you heard me complaining about Cedric Ceballos. He's
Walker against Kidd.
how long
Now
his
the pass
short
to Van
release
Horn.
was. That's pretty much the same boat for
Here's
Dirk.
Nowitzki. And again,
But
it's
then you can
Atlanta.
always
That
rely
just
on the
delicate touch
one-legged
right there
fadeaway.
from Dirk. Owns the
His
mid-range
trademark
right
move,
now.
possibly the
Boston
second most
trails by
unstoppable
11.
move in NBA history, behind
Walker
Kareem's
goes in
skyhook.
over Kidd. Walker's shot is off.
And the shots just continue to say no
Can you
in
get
terms
away
of
from
falling.
Gordon
And
Hayward?
foul
No,
on
he
the
can't,
shot. He'll
but
shoot
draw
two
the foul.
at the free throw
And
line.
it's 2 at the line.
For Atlanta, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The first one falls, so both teams making some changes here. Both shots good from the stripe.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free
So
throws.
that's Nate
He's
Robinson
not one of
back in. I would really like to get Nate a dunk in this game
Kicks to
because
Hayward.
it's pretty funny to watch a guy his height.
Back
I
to
think he's
Walker.
5'9". Dunking it, but not
Inside.
as crazy as it would be when you see Spud
Williams
Webb
can't get it to
the
go.
same in the next
And
game.
the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability
fact,
to
let's just see if we can
challenge
get
and
that.
change shots without
Yeah,
fouling.
sorry.
Robinson drives in,
Look
and
up
the
those
dunk by
there.
Robinson.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to
I
the
don't
rim.
think I'm
For
too
sure,
far
GA allows
for
him to come in
evolving
with the
Nate
sledgehammer.
Boy, that's
again.
a play you just practice time and
interested to
time
see
again,
how-
and that's the result
how
of
far
the
away I am
work
from
put
that.
in.
I'm pretty certain I've met
Round
the
the pass to
dunk
Cantor.
requirement.
Out to the right wing.
Anyways, that was the previous requirement.
Elbow shot is on the way. Boston again missing. Atlanta leading by 15. Here's
Yeah, I'll
Abdul-Jabbar.
take that. Oh,
And contact on
Really?
the shot, so he'll be shooting free
Kareem
throws here.
Abdul-Jabbar was
Kemba
somewhat
Walker picks
successfully
one up.
stopped by
And
Kemba
you're
Walker.
talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive
And
feat.
easy 2 points
He
at the
won
line, I'll
3
take that.
national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
Andre
See,
Iguodala
again,
is checked
that's
in
the
for
problem with Nate
Atlanta.
is that a lot of
And
my
done for
steals are
Boston.
based off.
Ojale is checked in
Bump
for
steal
Hayward.
there. Nope.
And Marcus Smart is subbed in
Managed
for
to
Brown.
get it away, but
And guys, you've heard
Not
of
successful.
overpassing. Well, that
Andre
shot was an
Iguodala, can I
example
cut inside
of
by Andre?
underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the
bad
floor,
shot
but
to
it
take,
certainly
though,
seemed
should
like
have
he
taken
had his
back out
mind
of that
made
one.
up.
Walker. Beautiful dish, and the
That's a
layup
nice
goes
easy 2
down.
points for them as the result.
Walker's got
Okay.
4 points now in the quarter.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Now, can we get the pick and roll running quickly enough?
From
Nope.
deep. And the last second
that's
attempt does not go in for him. And so,
Not play terribly well. But as it is, it's half time and we're only 1 point less well off than we were at the end of the first game against the 76ers. Boston having scored 17 points. But again, as you can see, defensively I'm doing my job, you know, I've held them to 29% shooting.
And after a very lopsided
Which is
first
good.
half,
Fairly
we'll see
even
if
in the
things
other,
play out a little more
figures,
evenly here in the
that's
second.
not such a big deal. So let's see how quickly we can finish this off and get in some of the bench guys.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Celtics. Down by 15. They've got him on Shumpert. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Jason Kidd, and it's Van Horn in at the 3 spot. So that's who James Borrego starts the second half with. Here's Shumpert.
Oh, no, that almost went terrible.
Passes to
Right.
Abdul-Jabbar.
Come on, I can abuse this all day,
Abdul-Jabbar
surely.
gets double team.
There
And
we go.
that one, good. Abdul-Jabbar's got the first basket of the third quarter for Atlanta.
Right.
Boston
Shumpert,
trails
4
by
points,
17.
no rebounds, no assists.
They've been
That's not
struggling
great,
here on
considering
offense.
one of his
Yeah, a bit of a
objectives
dry
is
spell for
assist-based.
sure.
Cantor kicks to Walker. Looking to end his cold spell. He lays it in.
I thought I just about
Walker's
got
got
that
8.
one,
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as
For
early
Shumpert.
as possible.
Nice
And boy,
read.
that's a
That's read.
terrific
Yeah,
start
that's
right there.
Unwilling to let up even for a
And the Celtics
moment.
call
That's his
timeout.
killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Boston also with the sub. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Shumpert's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Kidd with the
Stolen
steal.
by
And
Kidd.
now the fast break. Nowitzki with the ball. And
Ah.
Garnett misses. Boston trails by 18.
See, again, this is just
Here's
it's a
Hayward.
small problem. It's in
Finish
the
off
grand
the
scheme of
break.
things. It's not a
He has
huge
fun.
problem, but it's a small
Gordon Hayward
problem.
has an
Obviously, is
exceptional
the fact
ability
that
to
these
get
cards
out
at the
on the
moment are
break.
fairly
This guy's a
low level
terrific athlete
in
who
their
the defense
evolution
has trouble
processes. So
staying in
things
front
like
of.
that, you know, Kevin Garnett should be finishing shots like that inside, but
Kidd dishes to Garnett. Pass to Van Horn. Nice ball movement
Right,
here by
okay.
Atlanta.
back to Clark.
Here's Nowitzki. The turnaround
Easy.
jumper. Count it. And Atlanta leads by 18.
Oh, what
Yeah,
a
they're still
beautiful
fairly
stroke
low
Dirk
level.
Nowitzki has. Anytime
And so
he
it
squares
means,
up,
you
you've
know,
got
that
the
while
feeling
their
that thing's going
stats
down.
are reasonable,
Tice finds
this can be seen
Tatum.
by the fact that I'm winning this game fairly comfortably.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
You know,
Tatum's
they're
got
maybe
his
not
first
quite as
bucket of the
sharp.
night.
Oh,
And they're
I've called the
beginning
time
to
out.
just flat out fall apart defensively right
Not
now.
entirely sure why.
Especially on the interior.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just
Okay,
recharge here quickly.
Some changes for Boston. Robert Williams, he's checked in for
Oh,
Hayward.
easy.
And Langford subbed in for Brown.
Yeah,
Haven't
Kemba
we seen
Walker's
that a
not a
few
good
times
defender
today,
at
guys?
any
I mean,
level.
that defense has
Last year
got
was
to
the
have a
same,
little
even
bit
when
more
I
toughness
think he eventually got a Galaxy Opal card, which is your highest level. You're kind of
Boston
98,
trails
99. In
by
fact, I
18.
think it's just 99 level. Just for the
Outside,
size and the
Walker.
fact that it's never been his game, his defensive ratings were okay, but never great.
Rebound Atlanta.
And you know, you can't
So when
impact the
it's
shot
your
that
Emerald,
close
when
any
it's the
better
Sapphire
than he
card
did
you're
on
coming
that
up
possession.
against,
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result
it is
is
fairly
pretty
easy to
much
shake
the
him on
same.
a quick
This
dribble
guy
move,
is a
as
pick your
Jason
poison
Kidd did
kind
there a
of
moment
player.
ago.
Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
The shot by Williams, no
nice
good.
rebound by
Atlanta leading
KG.
by 20. On the wing, Shumpert. Good in the
Okay,
assist to
starting
Kidd.
to pull away a bit now. He leads up to
Kidd's got
22.
his fourth assist with that last one here
And I've
tonight.
finally started to
The
get that
Celtics on
transition
offense.
game going a bit.
Langford, the pass to Williams. Outside, Walker. Over Shumpert. Shot's good by
Nice.
Walker.
Quick
Walker's got
2
10.
there from Kemba,
You got to shadow Walker.
who
His
is pretty
mid-range
much their
game
only
is
scoring
on point.
threat in this game, it would seem.
And I just watched Romeo Langford. And guys, he looks the part in every way. Big, smooth, great change of direction, and he can flat out score.
Tatum dishes to Walker. Good
Yeah,
defense by
that's that
Kidd.
one. Nice bit of
Just
defending
a
there
solid
by
performance
Van
on the
Horn and by
interior.
Kidd.
The
Oh,
rebounding has been off the charts.
Van Horn, the pass to
right,
Shumpert.
let's see if we can back KG. Again, KG's just not the
Garnett against
strongest,
Williams.
unfortunately.
6 on the shot clock. Out to Shumpert. Here's
Nope.
Nowitzki,
He's
right side
got
kid.
that for another new 14 seconds. Whoa.
Another three
Oh,
for
that one
Atlanta.
thought about it.
Kev, how about the passing of Dirk Nowitzki? At 7 feet tall, can see the whole floor.
Kid's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight.
So yeah, you've noticed in this game I'm not running the pick and pop or the pick and roll quite as often as I was doing in the first one. I've gone a little bit more
And he
freestyle this
banks in
time.
the layup. 12 points for him.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves.
Just because I think it suits the players better that I've got in the team at the moment. So again, we'll just feed this
Shumpert
inside
finds
to Dirk.
Nowitzki.
Not even got to try and back him up here. We'll just take
Shoots
the
from
shot
the
as it is.
baseline.
No, not in this
Second
time.
chance shot. And that
There we
one's
go,
good.
and again for Shumpert.
Shumpert's got 7 now in this quarter.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
And Jason
That
Kidd picks
will
up
go
a
with
foul.
that one.
That's
I
his
am
first
prone
foul. And a new group in for the Celtics.
to that
Gentry
every now
checked
and
in
again.
for Williams. Williams comes in for Daniel Tice. Shemi Ojeley's checked in for Tatum. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Langford.
Let's see. Nate Robinson.
17 seconds left to play in the third.
Well, the one good thing about Nate is that, as you
Walker
can see, he's
looking
got
for an
goal
opening.
clamps, which means that
6 to
he,
shoot.
when he gets touch tight, the defender like he has now,
Celtics
it
need
can
to
be
get a
quite
shot
difficult
off.
to shake him
Williams
off.
for 3. That shot off.
And
And as we
finish
conclude
up
the third
half,
quarter, pretty
and
much a blowout. It's been a
yeah, that
one-sided
is comfortable.
affair.
You might even start
It's
to see some of
Atlanta
those fast
running
three bench
away
players
with
a
this
bit
one.
earlier than we did
And
in
when we return,
the game
we'll
against the
get fourth
76ers.
quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist
I
of
was
the
about to
game.
ask if we've got any
And how about the
basketball
big fella
fans
here
in
showing us he's got
the
some
chat.
point guard
At the
skill
moment I
here
see though I
with
have
the
one
tremendous
viewer.
setup.
I'll tell you, in today's
that
game,
one
you
viewer a
want
basketball
skill and decision-making at every
I thank you
position.
again for sticking with me through this.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand.
Nice turn
On the
by
floor for
Nate.
Boston.
Can I get that?
Walker
up
in
there?
small
Oh,
for
green
guard.
light. Excellent.
Williams is out there with Ojeley. And it's Cantor in its center.
Oh, check out the handles. They're nasty. Spin
Ah,
move
get
had
on
his
him.
man grabbing
Ah.
for air.
Got
Walker's
away
shot
with
is
that
off.
one a wee bit.
And they've got a big
Kemba,
lead, not
but
just on the scoreboard, but really
couldn't
in the
quite
rebounding numbers
capitalize.
as well.
Robinson
Yeah,
with
I
it.
know. That's not what I was trying to pass at all.
Iguodala outside. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. That one
Nice easy
falls.
shot there
Coming
for
off
Kareem.
Iguodala's feet.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Down low. Here's Smart.
got
Count the
away.
bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Okay.
I love
If we
seeing
can
Cantor
get, let's see
distribute
if we
the
can get
basketball.
that
You're
score of
open, this
mine up
guy
to
will
about
find you.
70-72, which I think is what we ended up with against the 76ers. If
Robinson
I
against
recall.
Walker.
Oh, can you get up for
Robinson
that one?
goes in, and
Oh,
they call the
good
foul,
shot.
so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And called for the foul.
Overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can
Jeremy
clearly
Lin
see
into
the
the game
difference.
now, as is
Here's what
Dwight,
Atlanta's going with
and
right
so is
now.
quite Drexler
Powers
actually. So
checked
yeah,
in for
the
Abdul-Jabbar.
game has now
Drexler
deemed
comes
this
in
comfortable
for
enough.
Andre Iguodala. And it's Jeremy Lin
Ah.
in for Kevin Martin.
I guess
And
that's what will
really
happen
trying
when
to
you have
work the ball
5'9" Nate
inside
Robinson go
here
for that
and
kind of shot.
starting to get results. A lot of that offense coming in the paint here in the second half.
On the free throw, no good.
Quick rebound there for Dwight,
Atlanta
which
with
is
the
good
ball.
because that's
Here's Lin. Takes it off the glass.
one of
Lin's
his
got his first 2
evolution
points.
objectives.
I'd say only so much you can do if you allow that kind of position. Jeremy Lin, tremendous focus in the paint.
Smart passes to Poirier. That's tipped.
Is that a steal? Is that a steal?
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have
Right,
a jump
okay.
ball.
As much as Nate Robinson won the jump ball against Kemba Walker earlier, I doubt he's going to win this one against Poirier. Poirier? No idea.
And the Celtics
Yeah.
with possession here.
The tall guy,
Got a piece of
basically.
it.
See, when
Pass to
those
Smart.
ones are frustrating. When
5
you
on the
put that
clock.
poke,
Celtics
even
passing
that
it
ball
around.
loose, but can't quite
Jacks up a
get
three.
secure the steal.
Rebound by Drexler.
Well, they've been
Quite
better
Drexler
than
again,
good
he's
on the
not.
glass today,
Oh,
and there's
nice
a
easy one
glaring
for me.
discrepancy
10
between
points
these
for
two
Nate
teams
Robinson.
in that area.
Yeah,
Well, the
Drexler,
advantage they
I'm
have
going to shut
right
up, so
now
that was
is
actually a really
largely
good pass.
based on his play. What an
Quite
outstanding
Drexler,
night.
for anyone who doesn't know, was kind
Edwards
of
passes to
for
Ojale.
maybe about I mean, as close as
Fourth
any,
quarter
you
of
could
play,
say
we're about
anyone
2.5
was a
minutes
rival
through it
for
right now.
Jordan. He was something of a rival for Jordan in those early
Edwards
90s
against Lane. Unloads from 13.
when he took
Out
on
of
the
bounds, Atlanta
Trailblazers.
takes possession.
And that's
Clyde
just
Drexler was
carelessness
considered
there. I mean, you have
somewhat
got to
close
have your
to
head
Jordan
in the
in
game.
terms of ability.
Langford's checked in for Smart.
Well, never actually
Atlanta
being
with the
that
ball.
close.
They're on a 12-4 run. Lynn kicks to Robinson.
Should I go for it? Should I go for it?
From downtown, another
Yay,
three
there
for
we go.
Atlanta.
And they have been
Sometimes all you need
relentless
to do is you
from
just need to
deep.
hold
And
on to
you
the ball
see
for a
the
second,
defense
just
trying
lull
to
them into that
react,
wee false
but
sense
to
of
no
security,
avail.
and then
Well,
because
that's
Nate's
the
got
whole
a pretty
point,
quick
isn't it, Greg? If you space the
short
floor
release,
well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
you're able to kind
This
of
has been a
fire off
one-sided
the
affair.
three.
Yeah, they've done a nice
Oh,
job of
that was
extending
nearly a
their
great,
lead and maintaining
alley-oop
that
there.
intensity level.
Here's Ojale. Boston
And
again
Nate's got a
missing.
rebound.
Going for that shot in that
It's
situation
pretty funny when the
is
5'9"
something
guy
that
ends
isn't
up
going
with
to
a
help
rebound.
the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
And again, it's Atlanta.
What I
easy.
like here, even with the big lead,
Fadeaway
they
jump on there
continue
from
to
Rafe
execute their
Rafe
offense.
And that,
Reference.
to me, Greg, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an
One of these
attention
days
to
I'll get that
detail.
name
There
right
is
first time.
valuing of every possession.
Right.
Williams double team.
Not quite sure where you're going with that one. You're going to
And
get
he
away
hits
with
the
it. You
jump
got away
shot.
with that as well.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack.
No, put it over
Edwards
this side
against
and we'll
Lynn.
run the pick and fade, the pick and pop even. See
Pass
if
to
we can get
LaFrance. Fires the
another
three.
one. Yep,
Another
see,
three
the
for
Rafe
Atlanta.
reference is really good.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc.
When you get him
a key
into a
part of their
rhythm,
initiative this entire
it's very
fourth quarter.
easy to get
It
his
feels
shot
like they have worked their
into a
perimeter
green light.
game to perfection, swinging the ball,
That
cashing in
almost
from the
sounded like
outside.
a
What a
proper
performance.
sentence in my head.
Three-pointer. Edwards can't hit. Here's Atlanta. They're on a 20-6 run.
Will we go the same again?
Outside
Let's well
Robinson.
try it. Seemed to work the last time. Pick a pop.
There's the pass to LaFrance. Howard trying to free
No.
himself up. A shot by
This time it didn't
LaFrance,
fade
no
out.
good.
Yeah, very occasionally
up the
for
court
some
come
reason
the
they won't
Celtics on the
fade
break.
out very far when you try to run the pick and
Now
pop.
the feed to Langford. And Langford with the stop.
And how about the hops?
That was poor there. I had
Langford
both
has
players dragged
terrific at just rise it up
pretty
and
close
being
for some
free
reason.
and then throwing it down.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass
Let's
to
try it
LaFrance.
again. Huh?
Fires from deep.
Is that three? I
Another
think that
three
might have been
for
inside
Atlanta.
the line. No, it's
Well,
a
that
three.
possession to me highlights
Okay, so
the
we've managed to
importance of
score
creating
higher.
for your teammates.
We did the last time, and I'm assuming they don't score in these last 5
Here's
seconds.
Edwards.
We'll have actually done a slightly better defensive job as well.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin.
And there we
They
go.
poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved.
Yep, as you can see, the scoring was deemed higher. Defence about the same as it was the last time. Averages were about the same. So again, 797 MT. You only need 450 to pass essentially. So that was pretty good all round. That one. Rafe Reynolds 13 and 7. Kareem 10 and 6. Pretty good there from Keith Van Horn. Another one of those quiet games, just like Doug Christie had. 8-2-2-2. Jason Kidd 7 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Yeah, and those guys just didn't really come on often enough. And there you go, there's one of those angles. Not quite sure what play that is, but there you go. There's an arse. So enjoy that. I think to my one loyal viewer, firstly, thank you very much again for sticking with me through this. I think considering you are the only viewer, and I'm sure you probably want to go and do something else with your evening, I might call it there, rather than play that third one. Because as I said, I've got another 3 to do here anyway before I would actually be fully completed that part of it. So yeah, I think I will call it there. What I'll do very quickly once I open this pack is I'll show you the team that I was going to use for the third game. Let's see. Yeah, so injury cards I don't need because I only play offline and players don't get injured in offline games, it would appear. So very quickly, I just quick sell those. It's not worth trying to put them up in the auction house because nobody buys them. I will show you very quickly the team that I was going to use in this last game. So this is my best team. Partly because how good the players are, and partly because I've actually got most of them on diamond contracts, which means unlimited contracts essentially. So I don't have to worry about, you know, it's not costing me anything to play this team. It's pure profit at this point. So start at point guard, Steve Nash. Actually haven't used this card yet, only picked it up this morning. Managed to get it on a diamond contract and diamond shoe for 15k, which is actually very reasonable. Tracy McGrady, this is the diamond card I was talking about. It's just a really, really good shooting guard. You know, 6'8", quick, can dunk, can shoot the 3. Just very good card all round. Jaylen Brown, the first diamond I got in this game. Got him from a pack as well. I should point out I actually haven't spent any money on this team. FIFA could do with taking some pointers from this because I could show you the team that I've got in FIFA. I haven't spent no money. It's nowhere near as good, relatively speaking, as this is. Russell Westbrook. This is I had so much fun using this card. This was one of the out of position cards. So despite the fact that Russ is only 6'3", he's listed here as centre or power forward, which to be fair is actually a role he's kind of been playing for the Houston Rockets this season. Essentially playing as a little big man. It's been working out pretty well for them. Dunks for days, really good 3-point shooter, demon of a defender. Probably actually the best player I've got at the club at the moment. Shaquille O'Neal, just really dominant, great strength, very difficult to move from under the bucket. Also very quick, also has pogo stick, which means he's a really good rebounder. Michael Ray Richardson, played for both New York clubs at various points in his career. Mainly in here as a defender. As you can see, his defending's 99. He's 6'5" as well, which is great for a point guard. Lance Stevenson, if you're a basketball fan, it might surprise you to see Lance in here, but this card is excellent. I mean, really excellent. Again, just a good all-rounder, and can even play a bit of point guard as well. Not necessarily point guard, but it can be your primary ball handler. Brent Barry, former dunk contest winner, former 3-point contest winner, so you know, again, very good all-round player. Defensively not the best, but good enough. Dean Wade, this card only just came out a few days ago. Currently playing at the moment for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Not this good in real life, but the kind of reward premium cards are always much higher rated. So again, he's in because he's a good all-rounder. 6'9" for a power forward is a good size. Offense and defense both in the 90s. As you can see, his 3-point shot is a 94, which is really good, and they can dunk it as well. And even just his passing is pretty decent stats. Mo Bamba, probably one of the best centres in the game, even though it's only an amethyst. Mainly because he's 7 foot tall, he's got an insane wingspan, he's a really good rebounder, and again has a very good 3-point shot. So he's really good. Spud Webb, like Russell Westbrook, is just really fun to use. 5'7", not great defensively, but you play him at centre, and obviously he's going to struggle against the big players on the defensive end. But offensively, he's just really fun to use. It's a mismatch against big, slow centres all day long, and will dunk it from anywhere on anybody. So that's just really good. Kobe, R.I.P. Kobe. he's the highest rated player I've got here. The reason I don't play him very often is that, as you can see, defensively he's pretty bad for a pink diamond. There's also the fact that this is based on essentially his last season. So as you can see, his 3-point shot is much better than it was in previous years. But I mean, in terms of dunking, he basically doesn't do it. Even at 6'6", even if he's wide open, he very rarely does it. It's mainly lay-ins. Good passer though, but everything else you can see is kind of a bit of a struggle at this point. So yeah, he doesn't play that often. He tends to come off the bench at the end. And then lastly, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, good all-rounder. Up until very recently was kind of in my starting 10, but I wanted to give that Dean Wade card a go, and in actual fact, based on stats, that Dean Wade card seems like it might be better than Sharif Abdur-Rahim, despite the fact it's a lower level. But that's always the way it goes in this game. Eventually, even the lower rated cards become overpowered the later into the game they're released. So that's the best team, and next time I run the stream, maybe I'll quickly run this team, just so you can see what a real good team in this game looks like. But yeah, as I said, I'll call it there. I think it's only fair to let whoever that one viewer is get back to doing something far more interesting. Thank you to anyone who did tune in and join. Hopefully we can do this more often. Hopefully we can get some people talking in the chat. Again, this is ask me anything about the game, about basketball in general. Just talk about anything. And yeah, I will call it there, and I will see you next.